Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, where we bring to you some of the latest and greatest new releases in the genres of heavy metal, progressive rock, hard rock, classic rock, jazz, fusion. You know, we do cover so many different genres here. All right, today we've got a great one. Just came out a couple weeks ago on the wonderful Nuclear Blast Records. We're talking about American death metal titans Nile. The name of the CD is called Vile Nilotic Rites. Check that bad boy out. Nile always have some really, really cool cover artwork, all right, on their releases. There's the back of the digipack. So for those of you who maybe have no idea who Nile is, they've been around for 25 years or so. They are an American progressive technical death metal band. So they like to write songs. Most of their albums are concept albums about all sorts of, Egyptian mythology and lore and history and all that kind of stuff. They put a lot of work into the creation of their albums from a lyrical perspective. Music is no less complex. Crushing dual guitar attacks, all right, really punishing brutal riffs, technical riffs, blazing solos. Okay, and of course the death metal growls. Occasionally you have like some symphonic keyboards or horns or other types of like Egyptian or Middle Eastern kind of ethnic instrumentation and passages and things like that. So all sorts of really cool, bombastic and epic sounds on the Nile albums, and this one is no exception. So the only difference you've got here from previous Nile efforts is that long-time Nile guitar player, lead vocalist Dallas Toller Wade has moved on. Okay, he had been in the band for about 20 years. He left, I think, in late 2017. So the current lineup of the band is Carl Sanders, of course, the founding member on guitars, vocals, and keyboards. All right, you've got George Callias, the amazing George Callias, or Callias, however he says his name, on acrobatic octopussian drums and percussion. Guy's an amazing drummer. Brian Kingsland is the new guy on guitars and vocals. All right, and then you've got Brad Paris on bass and vocals. All right, so with a special guest appearance on vocals from Mike Briazale. All right, so let's take a look at the booklet here. Again, like I mentioned, pretty heavy-duty stuff from a lyrical and conceptual perspective. So you've got all, and this is a death metal album, right? So most people don't listen to death metal for its thoughtful lyrical content or storytelling abilities, but Nile is all about this stuff. All about it. So here you got lengthy tunes that are just brutal in their musical arrangements, but highly technical. I mean, just like some of the arrangements here are just absolutely killer. Amazingly complex passages. The guitars just feeding off each other. And then I love when this band kind of like slows down and does these almost doomy, just brutal dirges. And then they go back up to 1,000,000 miles an hour, dizzying, passages and arrangements. And, the drums going like jackhammers, right? The guitars weaving around, the bass thuddering, right? And the death metal growl. So what I will say, I've been following Nile for a long time. They're probably one of my favorite death metal bands. And I always really liked the growling vocals of Dallas Toller Wade. Always really liked them. I'm still getting used to the new vocals from the new guy on here. He's not that different. But it's, again, when you're used to a vocalist for so many years and then someone new comes into the band. This guy's got a little bit of a different style. To my ears, he's not quite as pleasing to listen to. Some of you are probably saying, how can death metal growls or Cookie Monster growls be pleasing to the ear, Pete? Well, you know what? If you got to get used to that sort of thing, right? I've grown to like a lot of death metal vocalists over the years, all right, and I always really appreciated Nile's vocals. You got Carl Sanders, the leader and other guitar player. He does the real kind of deep stuff, okay? So in each song, you usually hear a little bit from him, but it was always Dallas's vocals that took over most of the song. So he's gone now. We've got the new guy coming in. I think he does a good job. I'm just getting used to it. But a lot of really, really great tunes on here. Like I said, it's a lot of material. Jesus. And, all the song titles are generally Seven Horns of War, That Which is Forbidden, Where is the Wrathful Sky, The Imperishable Stars Are Sickened. Gotta love these titles. Long Shadows of Dread. All right. The Oxford Handbook of Savage Genocidal Warfare. Come on. Doesn't get more out there than that. Anyway, great stuff. As all of the Nile albums are, in my opinion. I don't think they've ever released a dud. Just punishing complex technical death metal. If you like the kind of proggier tendencies of extreme metal, okay, and you dig just unrelenting guitar onslaughts, solos and just brutal riffs and just an amazing drumming. I mean, this George is such a killer drummer. This is just killer, kick-ass, brutal, technical, progressive death metal at its best from Nile, one of the veterans on the scene who have just been putting out one outstanding release after another. It's on Nuclear Blast Records. Vile Nilotic Rites. I was going to get if you start saying that title fast a couple times, you start like mixing the words around and everything. Great album, out on Nuclear Blast now. Check it out if you haven't already. It's going to be one of my favorite extreme metal albums of the year, without a doubt. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're on YouTube all the damn time. You guys like my new Pat Travers shirt? I dig it. Just got it yesterday. We've got more What's Hot with Sea Tranquility stuff coming up probably later today and over the weekend. We got the latest from live album from Joe Bonamassa. We've got the latest album from Sweden's The Flower Kings. All right, we've got the latest from new wave of British heavy metal veterans, Angel Witch. What else? We got the latest from Jeff Lynne ZLO. What else? There's more stuff here. Oh, I'm going to do a full review of the Jimi Hendrix box set, okay, as well, the Live at the Fillmore Band of Gypsies thing, because I know we did an unboxing, but I've had a chance to listen to it numerous times, so we're going to do a little thing about that. So don't touch that dial. We got all sorts of other stuff coming up. So Butch Jones is coming this weekend. All right? We got top 10 songs for Van Halen, Michael Schenker Group, and ZZ Top with Butch and I. So you don't want to miss that either. So stay tuned. Lots of content coming up this weekend, guys. You don't want to miss any of it. And make sure to vote in our classic live album war round 4. All right? So we'll see you over the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.